detention. Background. The list of affected volunteers include, I would read from 1 to 24, Abdi Dibahuka, all of them joined 2021. And then Shukran Nur, Suleka Osman, Fatuma Allah Ale, Rahma Saru, Karayu Galgalo, Isako Gonjope, Emmanuel Wako, Ilbo, Hussein Sora, Genes Diba, Guled Mahmoud, Jimmy Shege, Rukia Conte, Salim Sala, Doke Isako, Orke Wario, Dansoye Isaac, Sada Soso, Aido Abdi, Amina Chuma, Mubarak Wato, Jane Jilo, Aisha Ishetu Mude. These are 24. They have not been, they were given, they've worked since 2021.
Point of order, Chair. Madam Chair.
What's your point of order, Honorable Chimera?
You know, sometimes those of us who practice the law are led by rule of natural justice. And the good governor and his team are before us on certain specific issues and questions raised by the Senate by way of a motion, and they were given time to respond to those particular questions. To navigate this committee into new issues. And I finish, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
I'm still submitting. Which the chair can do that. Maybe he can bring a statement before the floor of the House on that specific issue, so that this committee
Them before we came here. So it's something that they can answer. It's not a big issue.
Honorable Gatai?
I agree with Senator Chimera, who, for the first time, who was always trying actually to strangle us by saying that he is a lawyer and all these things. But of course, Chair, I am happy because you are talking about Marsabit people who are aggrieved. And I'm sure the governor has captured your assessments, but I don't expect the governor now to answer because he's not prepared for those answers.
Chair. Give to Honorable Syengo.
I have not.
Thank you.
I have not.
Thank you.
No, I'm still prosecuting.
Honorable members, time is far much gone. Carry on.
I'm saying the governor is within his prerogative to either to answer or maybe to say he can go and investigate because it's not part of our today's agenda.
It's okay. The good senator and my chair, whom I respect very much, is bringing this. However, I would advise that we prosecute the business before us now, and towards the end, remember what I did yesterday with my governor. We went through the documentation and what the presentation they were doing, and then finally I said, although it is not part of what brought the governor here, but I had issues that I raised on health and other matters in the county. So allow us to do this, to prosecute this business now, and then at the end, our chair can raise the issue. If the governor has a response, he can make. Thank you.
Chair.
Yeah. Can you allow me to conclude on this?
No, let me make my contribution.
1 minute.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, we have had occasions of governors coming before us here, and a member maybe want to give his governor from Bomet. There was a time you had a problem, you as a chair, because of the issues that were going around your county, and the governor was privy to the issues. The issues of, there was a lot of hue and cry in the Bomet County about the issues of the employees of Bomet County not being paid. And the governor was privy to the report, and he was able to address. So I'm of an opinion that if the governor can be able to address that issue that has been raised by the senator, he go ahead and address.
Chair.
Yeah, before you finish, let me ask Honorable Lomonen.
Madam Chair, because the chair for Public Service Board is here, maybe I wanted to confirm if these names are among the list of the human resource manual, or are they on contract? These people, maybe that's very simple.
Thank you, Honorable Lemonen. I think the biggest question here is whether this document forms part of the deliberation that we are making. We are deliberating on here, and my ruling will be one that we are talking on staff matters, and the question that is in front of us is on issues staff matters. The governor is here, the board is here. It's upon them to give us the exact position of this paper, because I'm told they are privy to it. I've seen a number of documents that have been signed by the executives, and I think they are privy to this. So members, there is nothing that stops us from, or stop this committee from raising these issues, because these are part of the questions that we are deliberating on. So I will ask the governor or the executive to carry on in terms of responding to this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Madam Chair, with all due respect, can we appeal your ruling?
Honorable Chimera, can we carry on, please? We have a few minutes to go.
Madam Chair, it's not fair.
Your Excellency, carry on.
It's not fair even in law.
Yeah, Madam Chair, thank you very much, Honorable Senators, for coming to our protection. Actually, indeed, that is a supplementary question. But for good order, I'll say the following. These fellows who volunteered service when we needed most, we appreciate the service, and I thank them very much. During the COVID crisis, the letter says they offered us services, which we appreciate. However, I will advise them, if they brought it to my attention before even the senator, we are together with them there. They are working in my county. Will have come to my office, maybe I will have addressed it by now. But now that it is here, I will ask the chair to comment about it.
Letters that look familiar because they are all like the same letter around September 2023. Certain cadres, assorted cadres for the health department. And for the record, this is just the number that has been brought as a complaint, maybe who have not been successful. In
Bringing a petition to the Senate, yet it's something that can be cleared here, and we are done with it.
Eastern guided.
Sometimes we just push.
Part of what we are discussing.
No, part of it, because it is talking about the staff matters, and that is why we are talking about the issues of taking it round and round and round. Any other question?
They have presented issues of demographic. We have only 151 people living with disabilities that is represented. Appointive post for PWDs. We wanted to get a clarification.
Yeah, in fact, Honorable.
I'll bring several problems. Those who applied in Marsabit.
Thank you, Chair. I concur with the sentiments of His Excellency the Governor on that particular matter. It's for the administrators to try and go out of their way and share our adverts and look for these people against, of course, the quality. Maybe a medic, and you have what person. So we have done that. However, the second challenge we have is that the documentation. You know, for purpose of record in the law, a person shall be considered a person with disability if they're registered with the National Council for Persons with Disability. There are people we have in the county establishment, the county public service, whom we can see are physically challenged, but because they're not registered with the council, we don't include them in the list of persons with disability. However, as a corrective measure, we are also engaging the council so that we can see how they can come down and try to register these people so that we can up this number because we can have them. Thank you very much.
Chair,
Thank you. Honorable Syengo, then Honorable Lemonen.
Thank you, Chair. That they have measures in place to ensure that they will get to 5%. My question is on the involvement of the youth. Your Excellency, do you have any to show that you have been involving the youth in your county? Because we are here to appreciate the governor and his team, because I've seen on the representation, knowing your county, the religion, request you please keep on working with the women and youth. Thank you.
Neighboring counties, people with disability, because I'm very sure that good neighborhood. Thank you.
Madam Chair?
Honorable Chimera, finally.
I have a question, but let me first commend the governor for employing many young people in Marsabit. I represent them at the Senate. I am really happy my colleagues and people in my age bracket. I just wanted to understand two things. How established is your office of the county attorney? And secondly, how much is your pen, if you have any pending legal bills?
Yeah, I think, Your Excellency, I think you can respond to that.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and honorable senators. The question regarding the county attorney, I want to report to the committee that the office is established. We have a county attorney in place, solicitor is in place. I said earlier that our county attorney is a lady, compliant for that matter, and she comes from Kisi, Levia Kekono. About the people living with disabilities shown in this report comprise of the youth. I'm happy to say we have other programs that consider the youth. That 30% of contracts to youth, women, and people with disabilities, I said earlier, scholarship programs in the country. She maneuvers to get 300 marks, she gets full scholarship in the county. If it's a male student with 320 marks, gets full scholarship for all the 4 years of their education. That is to encourage our youth access and opportunity, because what we realized, many of our people come from poor background, they miss out of education at a very tender age because of poverty levels, as you very well know. So we have a deliberate program as a county to encourage the youth within the county. For the revenue, as a matter of fact, next week I have a workshop only on revenue for 3 days to discuss with the Department of Finance and the officers concerned so that we can enhance
revenue generation in the county, on-source revenue. We've had a lot of challenges, and Senator, our own senator is here, he can attest to that. We've had 2 years of unrest within the county, which has been pitting communities against each other. Fortunately, that now is behind us from 2020 to 2022. Now it's peaceful, harmonious county. We have had, of course, other disasters like the severe drought, which affected us very severely, which hampered our programs of revenue generation, and other issues which have been prevalent in the country, like the COVID and the rest. But next week, I said 3 days consecutively, we will be having a workshop on revenue generation alone as a county, Madam Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, Your Excellency. I know.
Chair, just on the youth programs, if you have documentation to prove what you have said about the scholarships, about internships, about what, when the other documents are being brought, that can also be submitted.
Yeah, that is what I wanted to.
Chair, let me also add to what Senator Syengo said. Governor for Makweni gave us very good documents. I know you've done very well on the scholarship side, but then provide us with those documents, because we are going to report to the Senate. We are going to give you a good report, because you don't have those documents here. Yes.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and the honorable members.
Chair, Madam Chair.
Yeah, just wanted to mention something.
Please.
Yeah, what is it?
And this is something Senator Chute would have run into. If there are any pending bills as legal fees, because Chute would agree, we have a petition that Chute is supporting that lawyers should not get work from county
Let
government.
me,
Today I'll allow you to talk about it, Chute.
with your permission, Chair, let me say something. Governor, we had an issue before the Senate. Our friend here is a lawyer, and we are trying to pass a law, or there was a motion. Was it a motion or a petition? That says, somebody brought a petition that says, don't hire lawyers, don't outsource lawyers. I was supporting that. He was not supporting. So some counties have a bill of about $1 billion shillings, only from lawyers. So that is why he's asking you, what is your bill on? I know it's very minimal. Yours is very minimal, but tell him.
Thank you very much, Honorable Senator. The bit about whether to allow outsourcing of legal services or not, let me tell you, sometimes the people we employ there. Some of them frivolous, others, of course, serious. So, very clearly.
Thank you, Governor, for confirming that in the event I become on board.
Thank you, Your Excellency. That is interesting, and I know Honorable Chimera is always interested in that, and I wish him well. Your Excellency, I want to also congratulate you on a number of instances that is in the issues of gender responsiveness. I want to say that been below 1%. For your case, I see you are doing it progressively. Well done. I also want to congratulate you on the issues of the youth. I know you've said that you've inherited the staff from the national government and others from the developed councils, which I know a number of them even might not be active within the institution. But I want to say that the ones that you've observed, that is the youth between 18 to 35 years, totaling to a number of 1,460, I think this is the first county that active part of the and I want to say that you really deserve the appreciation that was given by NCIC. I also want to say that we just almost coming to the end. unless there are some members who still have some questions, I just want to say that I would like to remain giving them stipends. And I also want to say that I know a number of counties have been giving bursaries. I was one an MCA, and Honorable Kataya there, or Honorable Mofaya. We've come a long way, and I want to say that I know you've been doing a number of them. Let's have the list so that it can also assist us when we are deliberating. Marsabit County. And then finally, the 50, was it 53 or 54, which was not indicated, the list, can we have it, and supporting documents, so that we can be, so that the committee the next 2 weeks, one will show from the recess.
Doing good work, although there is disconnect. You need to coordinate your team well.
Thank you. And the full meeting that we've had together, I just want to say that I'm lucky to he's still young to retire. The senator being the governor for Marsabit, for that in terms of recurrent and in terms of keep it up, and we encourage you to do what our county is going to be blessed. So allow me to just give Honorable Chair a minute to just say our word.
498,900,000. There were some governors who came before us. What they've done is they've created a fund. The one in Tanzania is called Nawiri Fund. And you remember, long, because it is not a revolving fund. So I think if we talk about oversight, and they not even consulted, one who are they mentioned about 5%. So I just wanted to bring to attention. I know you are working well with your and let me also not thank you only. I want to thank your team also. Sept is there. I wanted the people in Marsabit to know that
Work for the county government of Marsabit, that Conse Kura was my desk mate.
You gave a best establishing of Nawiri Fund, members of the county assembly and the executive. Your Excellency, I'll give you this time to give your participation.
This Honorable Committee, through you, Madam Chair, for that very interactive and informative session. I've enjoyed every minute of our discussion, very objective, and whatever gaps we have experienced or you have highlighted, I assure you within the stipulated time of 1 week, we will be able to comply and give you a watertight report. One or two things raised by my own senator. regarding how our senators have been fighting for the county. We appreciate. Please go ahead. That is your constitutional responsibility. We appreciate all the effort you put in towards that endeavor. And again, he mentioned, but when it comes to oversight, I want to assure you, so long as we have objective oversight, we will be more than willing to cooperate. If there are weaknesses here and there in the county that the oversight can strengthen, why not? We will comply. But I want to urge my senator, and I'm happy today is even to us, especially about the revolving fund. If it is something that is workable, we will put it in the before. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, they fell in the category of people we stopped, right? But if there is, the way you've said, giving to them, maybe specifically for those people who got some contracts, so that the payments can be made through the same fund, I think it's an opportunity for us to explore. We'll take that positively. You've also mentioned about our relationship with my own governor. You know too well. Probably I am among the few counties or few governors who ended up with the same governor both times. I am in my final term. First term and even this term, I still have the same deputy governor. If there's an opportunity to work with him after our term, I will not hesitate to keep him because we work very well with him, right? And thank you very much for that compliment. Otherwise, Madam Chair, yourself and the committee, thank you very much for the commendation that all of you have observed. We will cooperate with the Senate as always. I apologize, the communication previously, why we missed one session or another is because of communication which didn't come in good time, probably at the county secretary's office, either from him or from here, whatever, but we've made up Senate, all the committees, and we will work as usual together. For anything, my own in the company of the rest of your colleagues, I invite you to feel free and come to Marsabit County Governor's office. Give us a courtesy call. We will talk. Thank you very much and God bless.
But
I like that. So, Your Excellency, thank you very much. This is your home. We have a taxpayers tea. You can refresh yourself. But I just want to say that you're welcome. This is one of the best committee. My chair normally say that this is a committee that doesn't harass the governors. So be assured, we don't harass. We are friendly and we love. We will always be there to.
Allow me to
Let me give Chama to say what you want to say.
Governor and your team, normally I start my meetings with, this is a committee of national cohesion, equal opportunity. It's a committee that advises, listens to you very well. We don't harass anybody.
I came prepared for some harassment of some sort, especially from some contacts, but
We are very objective, Your Excellency.